Hey, welcome to another episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Already, this is a brewery I haven't done a video review of in probably years. It's a brewery right next door, well, 90 miles away, Saranac. This is their single malt Scotch ale, part of their High Peak series. Got in the Albany Brew Crafters, goblet, tulip glass, whatever you want to call it, matching my shirt here, or maybe my shirt matches the glass. Um, I wanted to do a video review of this because I had this at Tap New York this year, and they released it that day, and I thought it was amazing. And I've had it a few times since then, just like at bottle shares and stuff, and I'm like, it's pretty good. And they sent me this and another of their High Peak series and press kit and all that stuff. And they actually said to drink this at room temperature, which is kind of weird. But I let this sit. I had this in the fridge for a while, and I let it sit out for about an hour now. So I mean, it's definitely going to be cool, but it's not going to be, it's definitely at the cellar temp. So anyways, let's take a look here. Nice kind of burgundy color. When I had it in the light box over there, it was more of like a pure kind of amber. Actually, it's like a copper. It did pour like about a 2-finger head, but it's kind of fizzled away. Just tend to get big heads on big Scotch ales. This is 9% ABV, by the way. Actually, let me go into the. Let me give you a quick description before I go any further. They say, let's see, we've aged a simple single malt high gravity Scotch ale in whiskey barrels that were brought over from Tomintoul distillery in Scotland. This is a rich, malty, and sweet beer with an underlying Scotch-like aroma to balance the malty notes. You'll find a noticeable whiskey note in the aroma and finish. And malts, North American 2-row and crystal malt. Well, it's not single malt, but there's two malts in there. Perhaps they have 𝗏𝗏 and Mount Hood, 9% ABV. And that's all I need to know for that. So yeah, anyways, getting back to the actual beer here. Yeah, I mean, it smells like a Scotch ale. It's quite fruity smelling. Like, I get like a ton of cherry, almost like strawberry on this. Yeah, and I get like caramel, that kind of, yeah, there's like a little bit of like that kind of scotchy smokiness to it, but to me it's actually more fruity than smoky or anything in that region or whatever. So, anyways, let's dig in here. Cheers. Yeah, it really makes a difference if you let it warm up. I had this at a bottle share about a week ago, and it was like pretty much straight from the fridge. It tastes like a fairly kind of, for lack of a better word, generic Scotch ale. I'm not like a huge fan. That's the funny thing about Scotch ales and amber ales and some other beers like that. They're like never styles I usually like, but then when I drink them, I tend to like them. Like what's the Gordon? Not Gordon. What's the Oscar Blues one that comes in a green can? Old Chub. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. That's a really good Scotch ale. I don't really. It's funny. I don't really know a lot off the top of my head right now. Yeah, what's funny? This actually kind of reminds me of the Stone Double Bastard. Well, maybe not. Not really. In as much as it's like more fruity than it is hoppy. I don't really get much of that barrel character on here. Like not much as far as like sweet whiskey or like smoky Scotch. It's more of like it's kind of like a barley wine light. You might even call it like American strong ale. I mean, this tastes totally different than what I remember at Tap New Yorker, though. You gotta bear in mind, at Tap New York, you're just trying everything you can get your hands on, and for whatever reason, it was that beer at that time was just like amazing. I don't really remember what that flavor was, but I just remember, excuse me, I just remember just like being blown away by it. This one I'm thinking is pretty good. Got some kind of confectionery notes to it. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like a barley one. Like that 9% ABV, very well masked. No booziness to it. No heat. Mouthfeel is nice kind of thick, viscous. Very soft, very calm, very comfortable. But it doesn't feel flat or anything either. I love the color on there. Wish I'd got more of a head, but yeah, it's a good beer. It's not quite the mind blower that I remember being, but it's pretty good. So, anyways, let's rate this on Rate Beer. Only 2 other people have rated this so far. All right, for aroma, let's see here. It smells pretty good. Little fruity notes. Nothing bad about it. No alcohol really. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I think that's being a little generous. Maybe it's more like a 7. Appearance, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. I'd give it a 5 if it had bigger head. At least you get a little bit of lacing on it. I think 4 out of 5 is fair. Taste, I also give it an 8 out of 10. Taste, I mean, to me it tastes, it's very good tasting. Not amazing, but for what it is, especially for a Saranac beer, it's pretty darn good. Palate, I'm gonna be a little bit generous on this one and give it a 5 out of 5 on palate. I mean, it's just like so easy to drink, so comfortable in the mouth. It has a nice clean aftertaste too. Like there's no residual lingering stickiness or anything like that. Overall, let's say I say 15 out of 20. That's a 4 out of 5 on Rate Beer's Rate Beer scale, which is an 8 out of 10 on my scale. So I would agree with that. So there you go. Saranac High Peaks Single Malt Scotch Ale, 8 out of 10 from Chad's Beer Review. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Cheers.